Every culture throughout history has developed religions which try to reach up to God. Sacrifices, prayers, rituals and rain dances have all been ways humans have attempted to seek out the divine. The story of the Tower of Babel in the Bible is a mythical account of humanity building a high tower up to God in heaven, but in that story was unsuccessful. The good news, though, the Bible presents is rather than us climbing our way up to God, God instead has reached down to us. God, who is the source of life, wants to be in relationship with us, and so he comes to us. Greek and North mythologies have stories of gods coming to visit us, but none have an account like Christianity, where God takes on human flesh and spends a whole lifetime with us. And while God could have come in awesome power, he instead chose to come in a way which is entering fully into humanity. He was born of a human mother, and he entered our world through all the blood, sweat and tears of childbirth. This, of course, is the story of Christmas, and this is the story of Jesus Christ, the story told in Matthew's and Luke's Gospels, and retold through art, music and drama down through the centuries. The most important acts of Jesus' life were his death and resurrection, and these will be explored further in 2 other videos in this series. But even before Jesus crowned his life by his death and resurrection, he changed the world just by being who he was. Everything Jesus said and did revealed what God is like to us. St. Paul would later reflect that all the fullness of God dwelt in him. So the question of what is God like could be answered by looking at Jesus. We know God loves because Jesus loved. We know God forgives because Jesus forgave. We know God reaches out and cares for people on the edge of polite society because this is who Jesus ate and lived with. Jesus presented a new view of God as a loving, forgiving parent, a father who wanted to have a relationship with every person on the planet. This love was egalitarian, it was for everyone, and this was in stark contrast to the hierarchical class caste system that surrounded Jesus. Suddenly, because of Jesus, everyone was empowered, and this would later prove to be a great threat to the religious and the civil authorities of Jesus' time. Jesus taught that every person could call God our Father, a prayer that we still pray today. Jesus, in fact, showed a new way to be human, both by what is possible in terms of love, virtue, and self-sacrifice, but also in the dignity that he gave to every other person he met. Jesus taught that what was done to the least of his brothers and sisters mattered to him. There is lots we don't know about Jesus, and probably never will until we see him face to face in heaven. What did he do for his first 30 years? Why did he come to earth at that particular time rather than some other time? While people often speculate about these questions, the Bible itself isn't concerned with modern biographical questions. Instead, John's Gospel concludes with a statement that Jesus said and did many other things. If we wrote them all down, the world would not be big enough for all the books we would need. But these things are written so that you may believe in him. And we can believe in Jesus. We can have a relationship with him here and now. And that is why Jesus is important. Jesus changed the posture of humanity's relationship to God by being both fully human and fully divine. There's a prayer the priests pray at Mass, which is, "May we come to share in the divinity of Christ, who humbled himself to share in our humanity." This is the purpose of Jesus coming to earth, to transform us and make us able to become who we truly are for all eternity, an eternity we will be able to spend with him.